and welcome back to my channel. I get so many questions on what eyelashes I wear. I don't have them on right now, but I'm gonna put them on and I'm gonna show you all about what they are, how to put them on, and why I love them. Okay, so first off, I use FlutterHabit Lashes. There's a 10% discount code, the link in the description, and I've used them for probably a year and a half now. I love them. So the two styles that I've worn is the original and Happy Medium. So Happy Medium is my go-to everyday lash. It is medium fullness and length, and they look natural on me, from what I think, when I wear them. There are 5 different styles that they have, from short to some that are more cat eye, some that are more curly. And then the original, which I actually started with, are the longest, fullest lashes. They are bold and bougie and beautiful, but sometimes they're a little much on my eye. And so I've moved to the Happy Medium. And so basically what they are faux mink lashes, and they come in little sections. So there's 4, I think. The other lashes may have 5, but maybe they all come in 4, and you put them underneath your normal lash line and you glue them there. So the company says that they last 5 days. I've gotten mine to last 7 to 10 days, and I'll show you what tricks I use, but I like them because I can wake up in the morning as a busy working mom and not have to get myself fully ready if I don't have time to put on a face full of makeup, but still feel pretty and feel put together. With me being able to get the lashes to last 7 to 10 days, each box or each set comes with 6 sets or 6 pairs. And so for me, 1 box lasts me 2 months. So if you only wear them for 5 days, it's probably closer to a month. And for a subscription, it's $29.99, $25.99, I think. I think it's $25.99 if you do the subscription, which can be 3 months, 6 months, every month, whatever you need. Or if you just buy them right out, they're $29.99. And so it works out to be like $5 a week or something crazy. If you use them and you end up liking them, do the referral link. Send your referral link to everywhere. At this point, because you guys love them so much and you guys are purchasing them so much, I pay shipping for mine. So $5 for this, which lasts me 2 months, that is cheaper than anything on the market. I will not find that anywhere. I will not get extensions, Amazon lashes, nothing for that. So I love it, and I love sharing it with you guys and how much you guys love it too. All right, let's jump right into what you need to start putting on your lashes. So on the website, they have this cute little travel case. That way, if you are going somewhere and you don't want to bring the full box, you just put a couple pairs in here, put your tools underneath, and you can carry it all and keep it safe. So tool-wise, you want a little pair of scissors. These are the FlutterHabit scissors. You don't have to get these ones. There's little cuticle scissors, but get a fine pair of scissors, pair of tweezers, because these will help you apply each lash to your eye. And then I use 2 different glues. So on their website they have some. I also have these in the link in the description, or on my Amazon under beauty, but there is black glue. So this I put on the actual lash, and then there is clear glue too, which has a little brush to it. And this I'm going to show you, but this helps me get longer use and more days out of my lash. So you're going to find a semi-clean area in the bathroom. I do the bathroom because it's the most lit for me. And you're going to take each little section off, and on the back here there's glue. So you're going to take the glue off, and it just comes off in little pieces. But you want to make sure all that glue is off. And then you want to lay them down in the same order that you take it off, so you don't get them out of order and you know which one goes on your eye. So usually I do it this way so that I can see this is my left eye, this is my right eye. So this one I'm going to move over here so I know this is the outer corner of my right eye. And then I'm going to continue taking the glue off of all of them. Okay, now that I have them all laid out, so I have left eye and right eye, I'm going to clip off a few of the bases. So I'm going to see if I can get this close enough. On the bottom of the lash here, there's a clear strip that the lash is attached to, and you can see where there's extra strip of it hanging off on this outer side. So you're going to hold the lash upside down, and then I'm going to clip off, I'm going to clip off that outer piece so that it doesn't hang off and poke my eye. And then I'm gonna look on the outside, and that one doesn't have one. This one I need to trim a little bit more. And I accidentally clipped a lash off, but that's okay. So now that that's good, I'm gonna set it down. And then this one, you'll see it has three different lash sections on there, and I'm gonna keep that, but it goes 3, 4, 4, 3. And what I like to do with the two inside ones that are 4, I like to divide them into 2s because this is a straight edge and it doesn't curl as naturally with my eyelid. And so I'm gonna cut them into 2, that way when I glue them on, it has a more natural curl with my eye. So again, I trim the outside, and then I'm gonna cut it in half and make sure I get as close to that lash segment so that I can get that clear base off of it. Set it back in order so that I don't mess it up. There's a little bit more glue on there, I feel. And then again, this outer clear part, I'm gonna trim off. So then with this one, I'm gonna trim this section of 4 into 2. I'll leave that one as 3, and then on the other, I'm gonna do it again. Trim off the clear, divide that in half, half, and then trim off the clear. Okay, so I have them all trimmed down, all the glue is off, and they are all set in between left eye and right eye from the outside to the inner corners. And so now I'm gonna apply this black lash glue. So it's Glade or Glad Girl. You can get the black glue from FlutterHabit's website or on Amazon, and it comes out sometimes really quick. So you have to, it's like trial and error. The more you use it, the more like stiff it'll be. So this may be plugged. There we go. Had like a little air bubble in it. And so it'll come out like in a long bubble. There we go. So you're just gonna put a little layer on the base of the lash, which is the top lash, because this is the part that's gonna go underneath your lash line or underneath your lashes, and it's gonna adhere to your natural lashes. So your natural lashes will lay on top of these whenever you apply them. One thing I do want to mention is when I first started using FlutterHabit, it took me 3 full sets to figure out what I was doing. I didn't know to cut them in half. I didn't know to trim off the edges. I went too far in on my lid line to the inner corner, and it was poking my eye. The second time I went too low on my water lash line, or like on my lash line, and it was poking the inside of my eye. By the 3rd set, I had it figured out. I felt like a pro. And so now every time I do it, I know exactly what to do. It takes me like 15 minutes, but your first time may take you 30+ minutes, and it may take you about 3 sets to figure it out. So don't be discouraged if you do it and it feels weird, it hurts. When you put them on, when you close your eye, you shouldn't feel any pain. You may see them there, but you will get used to it. And then once it dries, I'll show you just how to kind of push the lashes up a little bit to get them out of your view. But just wanted to give you that tip because I was really discouraged at first because I was really excited about them, but just know that it may take you a few tries. So I'm gonna start on the outside because you're gonna glue the outside ones on first and then the inside. And you're gonna, I just pinch it. Sometimes people do it with tweezers, but I'm gonna start squeezing the glue out. And you're just gonna do a bead of glue. Come on, little one. A bead of glue on the base to where it looks like a 3D line. And then I kind of drag it to where it's like on the edges as well. Then I set it down and I do the next one. Again, you're gonna wanna keep it in order and you wanna move kind of quickly. So I usually look at the timer of when I start the first one, and for me, I start applying them after 5 minutes. So depending on where you live, if it's more humid or more dry, or if your house is cold or warm, the glue may dry differently. And so again, trial and error, just figure out what kind of timing works best for you. Since I'm talking through it, it may take me a little bit longer, and my glue I think is clogged up, and so it's taking me a little bit longer to squeeze through. But again, just do that 3D line on all of it. And then I'm gonna show you my trick with the clear glue. Okay, so I put all of the black glue on. Now what I'm gonna do is right before I glue it on, so again, I wait about 5 minutes, and then right before, like right at that 3.5, 4 minute mark, I go through and I take my clear glue and I'm gonna put it on the inside lashes on each, so that whenever I put the lash on my eyes, the 2 lash segments will glue together to each other. That way if one starts to fall off, it has the other one to glue to and hold it in place. So you just run it along the edge of the lashes. That way they glue to each other. Doing this with the camera is hard and a little bit more time consuming. Sometimes you get chunks of glue on there, which you don't want because the glue dries clear, but every now and then it'll look, you can tell that there's a chunk on it. So you just want a very thin layer. And then I'm gonna do the out or the inner corner, just on the one side, not on this one, not on this side because this side is by my nose. So just on this one. And then now I'm gonna show you how I put them on. Okay, I'm gonna move fairly quickly so my glue doesn't dry. Again, I'm starting on the outside corner. I'm gonna grab it with my tweezers. And I'm gonna put it right at that, right above the water line, right at my lash line. Give it a little push up. Sometimes I use the back of my tweezers. I'm gonna check it in the mirror. Grab the other one. And you're gonna put it right next to it. I sometimes use my other fingers as a base. Sometimes people overlap it. I find that that compromises it. Doesn't make mine last as long or stay as long. So I don't, or I try not to. Then I go in with my third one. Again, right at that water line, push it up. The other one started to fall, so I'm kind of adjusting it in the mirror really quick. It's easier to do it in the mirror, but you want to get it right at that base and then touching the other one. So this is my 5th one, I think. Okay. Sometimes I gotta readjust it and get a better grasp on the tweezers. Lay it on there, give it a little push. Then I have the inside corner. I'm gonna do the inside corner in the mirror just because it's a little bit more difficult. I feel like the inside and the outer corners are the ones that always kind of give me fits. Okay, so now that they're on, they're not, if you look, they look a little like bumpy instead of just that. So I'm not gonna touch them. I'm just gonna give them a little push. I'm gonna let them dry for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I'll curl my finger and I lay it on there and blink a couple times, let them dry for another 5 minutes, and then after 15 minutes, they're good and I can push a little bit harder on them to get them to adhere more to the lashes. So I'm gonna repeat this process on the other side. Okay, so I just put all of the left side on and this right side now is dry and so, or more dry. So I'm just gonna curl my finger and be careful because you can still feel the tacky glue. But I'm just gonna slightly give a little nudge and then I'll show you on the lash line how it's all glued. So you wanna get as close to that water line as possible. Sorry, my eyes are watering. You wanna get as close to that water line as possible without going over, and then you wanna match each lash up to its neighbor so that that clear glue sticks together. And then with this one, I can feel this inside corner slipping a little bit, so I'm gonna adjust it. Or just give it a little nudge. I feel like the ones that give me the most problem are the inner and the outer corners. So sometimes the outer corners will come loose and they'll hang down and poke my eye, or the inner corners will. And so throughout the week, you have to do some adjusting. So they're not one and done type of lashes. Sometimes I'll wake up in the morning, my hair is super busy. Sometimes I'll wake up in the morning and I'll have a lash on my pillow. So I'll take the glue off and put new black glue on, new clear glue on, put it on. I do keep a little jar, which I'll show you, a little jar of extra lashes. That way if I ever cut a segment and don't need it, or it falls off and it's still clean and no glues on it, I'll stick it in there, because it's really helpful whenever you just have one that falls off in your sleep and you cannot find it. Okay, I hope you guys like them. That was just my tutorial for the lashes because we get so many questions. If you don't already, you can follow us on all social media platforms at We Are Dan and Sam. You can subscribe, hit the bell notification here to stick around and to be updated on everything else we're doing. See you guys.